Vulcan's superpowers or powers and abilities. He can transform his whole body or half his body into lightning. He can turn himself into a living lightning bolt in order to travel through the sky, which means he has the power of flight. He can travel at superhuman speeds. He can turn himself into a living lightning bolt in order to travel at the speed of light and beyond. He can control electricity in multiple ways. He can also generate lightning bolts from his hands. He can also generate lightning bolts from his hands as a force field. This force field can even protect him from the vacuum of space. And also, Black Vulcan can time travel back in time by fluctuating his body's electrical energy. Hey, outside of the cartoon series, Black Vulcan made his first DC appearance in DC's 1 million 80-page giant number 1 million, dated August 1999. That's the quick notes, right? Black Vulcan was a takeoff on Black Lightning, a character who already existed in DC Comics universe. As we discussed, there was challenges with the creator of Black Lightning, so Black Vulcan was created. In the final incarnation of the series, the superpowered team Galactic Guardians, Black Vulcan was replaced with Cyborg, another black superhero that was already established, well established in DC Comics. My opinion, DC, y'all need to bring old Black Vulcan back because we can do so much more with this guy. We can write him a backstory. He can fly in space with Black Lightning came. We can do so much with him. Anyways, this concludes my video on the underrated, underestimated, underwritten Black Vulcan.
Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's my comics, bolting through your speakers. I'm your host, L to the P, and these comics, they just can't see me. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Oh, it feels good to be back. Show some love and hit that subscribe button and bell to receive future notifications from my comics. And now, let's discuss another underrated, underwritten, and underestimated superhero who goes by the name of Bling. Her real name is Roxanne Washington, and she hails from the Marvel Universe, created by Peter Milligan and Salvador Larroca. Her first appearance was X-Men issue number 171. The daughter of hip hop artist, Roxy is famous for appearing in her parents' music videos. To escape the music industry, she enrolled at the Xavier Institute studying under Gambit. When the school was shut down, she followed the X-Men to Utopia and helped with various missions. She declined a formal place with the X-Men and returned to her studies at the Jean Grey School for Higher Learning. She later transferred to the new Xavier Institute and was part of Generation X. Let's discuss her powers. Like Emma Frost, Bling possesses a diamond form, and Bling's bone marrow is able to produce diamond shards of varying quality, giving her skin and physicality a crystalline appearance. She is able to manipulate the shape and quality of diamonds that protrude from her body, which are formed by her bone marrow, and expel them from her body at high speeds. She possesses superhuman strength. It can be theorized that her crystal form gives her incredible strength. Her upper scale remains undetermined, but she's strong enough to tear through the triple reinforced steel doors of the danger room. She also possesses superhuman durability through her crystalline body. Now, her abilities. She has genius intelligence that allows her to build and hack technology. She is an excellent engineer and mechanic capable of building advanced machinery and technology. Here's an example. The special pendant that she created was capable of employing a protective bubble around the child when he's in danger and was based off of Armor's mutant powers. Lastly, she is an expert businesswoman. Among Angel P's AP Economics class best available candidates, Roxy was recruited for his new board at Worthington Industries. Additional members included Enola, Blindfold, and Armor. She, along with her classmates, led the board for some time. This concludes the video. Yo, Charles Hamilton III.
Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's my comics busting through your speakers. I'm your host, Frankie J, and this is where we discuss comics night and day. But you know the drill. Before we start, please hit that subscribe bell and button for those future videos from my comics. Next is our salute to the up and coming Black comic creators. Show some love by going to check them out, because you know this stuff is lit. It's great. The link to their comments will be in the description box below. Don't be afraid to show some love. And now, let's discuss that underwritten, underestimated, and underrated Black superhero or anti-superhero known as Crimson Avenger. Jill Carlisle, aka Crimson Avenger, was a criminal attorney who purchased a pair of pistols from the original Crimson Avenger at a pawn shop, and she planned to use the pistols on somebody she deemed guilty of a crime that she failed to convict them of. Once she dispatched of them, that means she took them out. Once she dispatched of them, she became enslaved to the weapons, becoming their vessels, so to speak. And you know the drill. She got that ever bleeding and painful bullet wound manifested in the center of her chest as a chilling emblem of the new Crimson Avenger. And instead of a mask, she wears a crimson blindfold over her eyes in tribute to Lady Justice. Man, that sounds like that Marvel's Ghost Rider, but this right here, like this little bit better. You know, a pair of pistols. Wait till we start talking about her powers, man. Her powers are all.
Thanks, Frankie J. But I'm going to take it from here. This is L to the P, and these comics see me. This character resides in the DC comic universe, whose first appearance was Stars and Stripes issue number 9. She was created by the infamous Jeff Johns and Scott Kaczynski. And lastly, she was a member of the Justice Society of America, JSA. Hopefully, we will get to see a preview of her on CW's Stargirl. Let's discuss her powers and ability. Jill Carlisle is a minor spirit of vengeance, and as such is fated to be forced into exacting revenge on whomever is her next assignment. Part of her curse is gaining the abilities of the deceased she is forced to understand, as well as giving her own powers that she sometimes cannot use at will. Her weapons are Crimson Avenger pistols, 2 Colt pistols that are cursed to turn the users into the next Crimson Avenger, infinite ammo, triggerless, cannot miss, omnipenetrable, self-directional. She can become intangible, and all physical objects can travel through her without harm to her body. However, it doesn't work against magic spells or her own bullets. She can phase. This is more of an active ability than her previous power. She can force herself to phase through the buildings and obstacles instead of just becoming intangible as a reaction. She uses this power to pursue her assignments. She can teleport. However, she cannot use this ability on command. As a spirit of vengeance, she is forced to teleport to her next assignment. Weaknesses. Suicidal resurrection. She cannot die by conventional means. Even if she takes her own life with her mystical pistols, she arises for her next assignment. Eternal gunshot wound. Part of the curse attached to the pistols, there is a constantly bleeding, painful bullet wound in her chest that cannot or will not be healed. Vulnerability to self. Her own bullets can harm her, likely even if she is intangible. Power Girl was able to catch the Crimson's bullet and threw it back, injuring her leg. However, the Crimson's mystical bullets have not been shown to kill or destroy her permanently. The spirit seeking justice through her did not have to be totally innocent. She could be used for the revenge of a spirit who was innocent of one crime, but guilty of another. This concludes the video. Yo, Charles Hazleton III, take us to the source. Take us to the source.
I was born and training me like Giselle. be a burden, nuggets, really why bother? Then I read my comments, listening to my comments, seeing folks that look like me, whose powers are astronomical, like Frankie J, where he discussed his comics night and day, like Darwin and Calvin Ellis. I found a better way to adapt to this world within the knowledge and substance, spirit like the black race. Excuse me, she just be fucking like my comics, I'm a Viking black and light. Excuse me. Excuse me, she just exactly like my comics. I'm a Viking black and light.
Yo, Kang, bring that beat in. Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's my comics busting through your speakers. I am your host, Frankie J, and this is where we discuss comics night and day. But first, don't be afraid to show that like, subscribe button, and bell some love for future notifications from my comics. Next is our salute to the up and coming comic creators. All their work is fire, all their work is hot. The link to their comics will be in the description box below. Don't be afraid to show some love, and yes, they do commissions. And now, let's discuss our underwritten, underestimated, underrated Black superhero. Let's talk about Crystalline, who hails from Marvel Comics. She was a member of X-Men 2099, which was a part of Marvel Comics 2099 Possible Future. This cyberpunk sci-fi setting debuted from 1993 to 1998. She is a mutant with the ability to draw trace materials from the air, and then she can solidify them into crystalline forms of high degree and durability and hardness. She often uses this ability to trap her opponents in crystal or create weapons for herself and others to use. For example, she can create a sword and shield combo or a bow and staff. In some cases where she is obviously outmatched, like fighting a Hulk, she might be able to create a spray of tiny razor-sharp crystal fragments that she can project with great force. Next on our list is Joanne Cargill, aka Frenzy, who hails from Marvel Comics. Her first appearance was in X Factor #4. She has been a part of several supervillain teams and also been a part of the superhero team known as the X-Men. Frenzy is a mutant who possesses still hard skin that makes her resistant to most forms of conventional physical injury, such as gunfire, explosions, and knives. Kind of like a female Luke Cage, she is resistant to extreme temperatures. For example, she has been shown to merely shrug off being covered in flames and is also highly resistant to radiation. Although she is impossible to hurt, adamantium has been shown to puncture her skin after an encounter with X-23. Frenzy possesses superhuman strength, approximately on par with Spider-Man. In later years, it has been depicted that she is strong enough to battle characters like Rogue and She-Hulk. This will conclude the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed yourself. Yo, Charles Hazleton.
Picking up the real comics that faces those skills, but have you stepping back? Alternative factuals got me to a post to learn. Picking up the real comics that picking up the real comics stats. This news picking up the real comics stats. This news faces those skills, but have you stepping back?
A vaccine? Nah, I don't want that, but you can let me get a hit of that super soldier serum or some gamma radiation so I can get that Hulk like rock. Anyways, welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's my comics busting through your speakers. I am your host, Frankie J, and this is where we discuss comics every day. But before we begin, Riddick says it looks clear you to hit that subscribe bell and button to receive future notifications from my comics. And we got to give a salute to the subscriber by the name of, it's on the screen, who answered the question of,
who was Muhammad X's heroes? Thank you for your answer and your support. And now, let's discuss Danielle Cage, who hails from Marvel Comics and is better known as Captain America of Earth 15061 in the future. Wow, another Captain America. There are like so many of those Captain Americas, of people who wear the Captain America mantle. Those that you know about, such as Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, Bucky Barnes, aka Winter Soldier, and one of my favorites, Isaiah Bradley. And then there are some that you don't know about, such as Jeffrey Mace, John Walker, and Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. Yeah, the estimated superhero known as Danielle Cage, Captain America of the future. You thought I forgot to give my underrated, underwritten, underestimated speech? Never will I forget that. And if I do, you hit me up on it, tell me to bring it back. Anyways, let's get back to Danielle Cage. She was first introduced in Avengers Ultron Forever #1, created by Al Ewing and Alan Davis. Hey, why are we all up in Niecy's bedroom?
We're not in my bed. I know I'm in a hotel.
Oh, why are we all in the hotel now?
Because can you see my shirt? My daughter got her white coat yesterday from ODU, so I had to drive down.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
white coat, mama.
Yeah.
The white coats are coming. The white coats are coming.
Yeah, Dr. Campbell's on her way.
Oh, that's nice. Doctor too. That's what I'm talking about. More. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Hey, Charles Hayes the third. Bring that intro.
My camera's still not on. I don't like it.
MYECOMICS is the best. I guess you know why.
Hi, comics. Blessing through your speakers is Frankie J with my two co-hosts, Niecy and Real Revelation. And as always, we have to give a shout out to Midnight Assassin.
Do we have to?
Midnight Assassin out there in the shadows.
Let me stop.
I just had to do that to him.
You don't have to.
So, today's topic is those underrated black superheroes. And
that's all of them.
I was gonna say the same thing. You stole the words right out of my mouth when I was thinking about it. All of them are underrated.
That's all of them.
But Real Revelation had hit us up with a text, and so we wanted to go into his stuff first before we actually jump on to what we're gonna talk about with the show. I heard that you just watched the Superman movie. What was your thoughts on it?
It was all right. I honestly didn't see, like, because I saw a lot of folks talking about how great it was, and it just seemed normal, like some normal James Gunn stuff. You know, I liked Mr. Terrific, but now I gotta see it, the Terrifics. I gotta see him leading his team.
You think they're gonna go that far? Because I feel like they're never gonna go that far.
They brought Creature Commandos out, so
okay. I don't know.
James Gunn we talking about, so you never know what characters he might want to showcase, you know?
Definitely. He is known for taking those underrated characters and bring them to the forefront and making them bigger than what they are. Because I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy, he did a good job with what's the other one? The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He definitely knocked it out with that. So yeah, I agree with that. What else?
Yeah, I kept wondering what really was the hype about. And
it's Superman.
Yeah.
Say it again for the people in the back.
I mean, it's Superman. People go, can I say ancient?
Yeah.
You know, people lose their mind over Superman. They just, you know, Superman is one of those characters that people just want to see him. They want to see him bust through buildings. They want to see him, you know, be faster than a speeding bullet. They want to see him fight this, fight that. They don't want to see him lose. He's Superman.
Yeah.
And
But
plus, we are talking about what almost 100 years in the making. The word Superman household name, you know,
Has it really been that?
true.
1938, I think. Yeah, I think it's 1938. Superman came out from the Schuster brothers, and that's been a household name. And I just want to say on this video that everybody keeps saying he's the GOAT of all superheroes and that all superheroes blueprint is based on him. But if y'all don't know, Superman is based on Hercules. If
Yeah.
y'all didn't know, the Schuster brothers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Hercules. Yeah.
So you know, I'm gonna be a hater. I'm a hater all day long. But yeah, I get what you're saying. And to add on what you said, I always kind of judge a movie on its rewatchability. And once it came out to stream, I didn't care too much to watch it. I actually cut it on and took a nap. But when I was in the movie theater, I was hyped. I was like, this is nice. But then when I watched it again, I'm like, come on now. Like Infinity Wars and Endgame, I watched that maybe 100 times. Winter Soldier, Captain America Winter Soldier, maybe 100 times. But
Yeah.
this, I just don't know. I've even watched Batman versus Superman a couple of times. Just to go back. Blade 1,
I like
100
Blade
times.
too.
But
I'm
Blade 2
Blade
was good
2.
too. I like the way he popped back up when he was fighting. I watched. Yeah, there was a lot of great characters in there. But Blade, y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't Blade 3. Y'all ain't ready to roll with this.
Hey.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of one more, you know, but other than that, I didn't care too much for the rewatch Superman, Thunderbolt. And I'm gonna say this because you know I root for everything black, but I try to watch Captain America, Brave New World again. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
but I respect that they did come up with a black Captain America, and we could have got a better storyline. I hate, and now we're moving to the underrated part. You got anything else you want to say about the Superman movie?
Nah.
You got anything you want to say about Peacemaker? You got 3 minutes.
Man. Peacemaker's coming along.
Mute me.
Peacemaker's coming along. I want to see what it's really like in this new universe. In that universe he went to with his brother and dad. I want to see what it's really like.
Okay, I can agree with that. And I was talking to Midnight Assassin like 2 days ago, and I told him, I said I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna watch Peacemaker because we're gonna discuss it next week. However, though, I'm gonna be the #1 hater on Peacemaker. I'll tell you why. Riri Williams had a motivated stepdad who you know got shot in some neighborhood violence stuff, right? Sorry writing. Peacemaker got a racist father. Oh, that's cinematic material. Must get an Oscar for it.
I feel that.
Look. Peacemaker going to unalive his brother in the other universe, right? That's cinematic writing. Riri Williams say, I ain't got Tony Stark money. She hating on Tony Stark. She don't wanna, she hate her. So I had told Midnight Assassin, yeah, I'm gonna be the hater. I'm gonna be doing parallels between these black series versus the ones that everybody love and be like, so how is these different? Like that right there is bias. But I think that's what kind of turns me off with some of the shows. But I said, I'm gonna watch it with you.
Well, I'll say this. My favorite character, I might be biased, but my favorite character is getting more shine. And I'm loving it. And that's Eagly.
Eagly?
I'm loving it.
Did you say a bird? Oh my god.
Man, Man, he's killing it this season. And I'm just saying. I might be
Okay, okay,
biased, but hey.
okay. And then the other piece is, if y'all don't know, Gen V is out. And with
Oh,
Gen
it
V,
is.
that's next to my heart right there. They back. They dropped 3 full episodes. And that's why Midnight Assassin called me. He was like, I was pretty sure you'd be watching. I'm like, it's not, it's the 19th. He's like, they're already out. It was on the 17th. They're already out. I'm like, 19th. So, anyways, Gen V is back out. If you don't know Nisi, you probably enjoy this show. I mean, Marie Monroe is kind of like the lead character. She's the concentration to me of the show. She's a sister.
Well,
So
just tell
you
me,
might.
where I can find it, and I'll
Yes,
watch.
ma'am.
Prime
I'll watch
Video.
that. Anything,
Amazon Prime.
so I do
Yeah.
not have to watch Peacemaker.
Right.
Not,
Right,
not
right.
I'm about to be on that because I did not know
No.
that was out. So I'm about to watch them 3 episodes here in a bit.
And Midnight
Yeah.
Assassin, yeah, he went on for like maybe 5 minutes. Like, man, it's gory. Marie Monroe got the worst. She got the worst powers ever because I think he has an affliction to blood. He don't care too much to see blood, and that's her powers.
Oh,
She can control blood, and so every time she come on the screen, you know, he's like,
she a beast with it. I
man.
love her character.
So I need to send him a vial of blood in the mail. Then okay. I'm gonna draw some blood.
Right. And so yeah, so Gen V and Peacemaker is next week. So, go ahead and watch that. Be prepared to talk about it. Excuse me. And I just want to bring up something because this is me on my sci-fi side. Listen, well, first, I didn't get a chance to go and watch the Dune series, and I'm gonna go and watch that after we get done with that because I want to talk about it because I know you watched the Dune series.
The Doom Patrol.
No, Dune, DUN.
Oh, wait, DUNE?
Yeah, my bad, DUNE.
Oh man, I love that story. I love them books.
Right, and you went and watched the series because they did a spinoff with some ladies on there, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. On Max or HBO Max, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to come back and talk about that, and then I want to later on talk about Alien Earth. That's from the Alien series.
That's been getting me because
You've been watching it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's getting really damn interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I seen haters online talk about, oh, now we got humans that can control the alien species. That's bad, right? No, she's not a human. She's a hybrid with a supercomputer as a freaking brain. I'm like, bro,
Nope. Not really, because it's basically a human mind in a sense body.
Right, but you missed the key part. She has a supercomputer built into her. She's the only one.
Yeah. Wendy.
Wendy's the only one with the supercomputer built into her. And then what's the redhead chick?
Yeah.
I said that the redhead chick who said Mr. Strawberry's mad, and then she told the guy's jaw off.
Yeah.
I was like, her and Burn Bright is the same energy. Is it Brightburn? Brightburn, the Superman kid who
okay, yeah,
the bad Superman kid. I was like, yo, they are same energy, different show. And then I said Wendy is the same as Oliver from Invincible, same energy, different show. Because you can't give kids minds that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna question everything. They ain't gonna follow the rules. And Wendy, she's like, I gotta save my sisters and brothers. And then her brother convinces. It's a lot of stuff that's going on in that show. But then you got my man with the eye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nisa. We're talking black.
No, I'm trying to pick it up real quick. Okay, all right.
Listen, the other aliens that they brought into the alien universe, like the eye, that's a great center. Man, I was like, what's the eye doing? And then you got the fly, and then I'm trying to figure out what this plant that hangs from the wall do, because it's not alien Romulus, it's alien. was on that planet where my man created another xenomorph. Anyways, I'm not gonna Prometheus, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to figure out, well, what's the purpose of the plant? And when they show the purpose of the plant, I'm just waiting for that. But that eye, and they got a lot of good characters on there and a lot of aliens they brought into it. So if y'all haven't been checking out Alien Earth, check that out. But I'm an alien fan.
Drew me into it. That's what drew me into it was the different species that they had. And just so they are on Earth.
Yep, they're on Earth in the dystopian future.
Yeah, it's just and the boy genius, and then I want to know more. What's up with girl who sent the cyborg?
Oh yeah, definitely. And then you got
about his business.
Both the cyber. Well, what is Kirsch? I don't know what Kirsch is.
Wait, so okay, because the synths are the just straight up androids, right?
Right. So
Kirsch is a straight up android, right? Which is the mind body in the synth,
right?
Body. Or
So it says on here, Kirsch is a corporation synthetic chief scientist.
Listen,
Wendy's mentor and trainer.
Listen, Kirsch gives me the synthoids, whatever in the old Alien movie. He gives that kind of vibes. He has no disregard for human life. However it gets done, to me is how it get done. He just be chilling, watching experiments unfold on his iPad. You know what I'm saying?
He is necessary.
Listen, this dude, he plays chess because episode 7 or episode 8, one of them, I thought that maybe he was on the side of the Japanese lady that you was talking about. I thought maybe he was working for her, but then no, he just let the kids escape with the thing, the alien thing on my man's face, so he could beat the other person at their own game. And I was like, damn, you know, he played. So I was like, by any means necessary, he do not care, and I think that he does not care for Kid Cavalier, period. I don't think he cared for the kid he worked for, that rich kid.
Yeah, he just doing his job.
Right.
And following that curiosity he obviously has.
Right.
David did in Prometheus, like that curiosity just kept driving him. Cause for a minute, I wasn't sure if he was going to let the alien get to him. Like when he was when that rich kid was what they call him, the boy genius.
Right, boy genius, Kid Cavalier.
Yeah, boy Cavalier.
When he was putting his face over the egg, and got him back, like, hold up, like you need to get on out of here.
Yeah.
And for a minute, I thought he was gonna let it happen.
Man, listen. I hope that this get a season 2. Right, I hope that people come out and give it some more better ratings. But I feel like now the people that's speaking up is the haters. We need the opposite to be online. Like, yo, keep this show going. And that's all I got to say on that. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say on it before we move into the black superheroes?
Nah.
All right. Let me get this opening. Welcome, heroes. Alien Earth.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, heroes and comic fans, to the Underrated Black Superhero Series live show. And today we're shining a bright spotlight on the legends you don't hear about enough. From the hidden gems tucked deep into the old comic bins to the powerhouse characters waiting for their big moment on screen. We're digging up their stories, their creators, and cultural impact that made these superheroes unforgettable. So grab your favorite snack, hit that like button, and drop your thoughts in the chats, because this isn't just my series and podcast. It's also Real Revelations, also Nieces. It's our conversation. Let's celebrate the brilliance, the battles, and the future of our black superheroes starting right now. So what I was doing this morning is I just kind of drumming up. I was going back through, pulling up the playlist when I first started on black superheroes, And at first, I didn't have the tools to track all the black superheroes. Now, believe it or not, after like 7 years, I think I have all the black superheroes narrowed up. I can do a long list, even with the new ones that's coming out. And I just want to spotlight one that just came out was Power Lift from Miles Morales Spider-Man universe. Her parents used to do gamma radiated experiments on her when she was younger. She didn't know. Anastasia, the Spider God. Am I saying that correct? Anastasia.
I gotta see.
I'm not
What's
sure.
the Spider God? ANASI.
Oh, from the
Yeah,
mythical
right.
Oh, Ananasi.
Ananasi. Thank you. I know they
Ananias.
clowning me out there.
It's
Right.
it's Ananias.
And
That
right.
was in
So
Yeah, I think it's Ananias.
New Gods.
yeah. But in the Marvel world, this is the Spider God, and he's
Yeah.
black. Right. So he picks up a team to go fight the guys, and on this team is Parallel, Miles Morales, and a couple other people. And they get ready to fight the guys. So as soon as they come out, one of the guys starts swinging on Powerlift, whose real name is Keisha Kwan. And she's holding her own against him until the guy's like, all right, I'm gonna stop. She's holding her own as a human. She's kind of enhanced human, right? She's holding her own against the guy until he's like, yo, I'm about to end this. And so he hit her with everything he had. Dude, the whole page just changed, right?
Yeah.
And then when the dust cleared, she was holding this dude's axe, a staff, a bow, and she was like, that's it. And then she was fully transformed into Powerlift, which is a gamma radiated superwoman. Right. In the Miles
Wait,
Morales.
does she change into like a Hulk?
Yeah, she changed it to a Hulk. And so her powers is based on her adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Yeah. That right there.
Have you been day drinking?
No, I just be messing up words. And I wait for people to I wait for people to correct me. But her stuff is based on that. So once it runs out, then she kind of gets weaker. But when she first come out, so her stuff is not based on rage. It's based on the A word. Can y'all say that for me again?
Adrenaline.
Right. So so with that being said, yeah, let's talk about these black superheroes. And man, I'm telling y'all, I can go on for days about the black superheroes. In fact, I'm gonna pull up my TikTok because I got to bring up some of these.
Yeah, your TikToks have been
Now,
good. You know, they've been very informative lately. So they need to check that out over there on TikTok land.
Now I do got a question though. We are considering, like, we would consider Bishop black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I would have to say Manifold.
Oh,
The mutant Manifold.
Yeah. What's the A word for that?
Abracadabra.
AB. No, ABIG. Aboriginal.
Yeah.
Aborigine?
Yeah.
Aborigine. Right. So Manifold is a part of the Gateway family tree with Aboriginal. And so yeah, they definitely count. I did a series quickly on them, and then once I went back and started studying, I'm like, okay, cool. We trying to tap into these other black cultures. And but yeah, Manifold, and to me, Manifold is one of the most powerful, but he don't get enough feature. We don't get enough play for that dude. This dude,
he's been showing up. He's been showing up in some of these recent comics, showing, and he got some power. Like, I don't just teleport. Like, space does what I want it to.
Right.
You know.
He can bend space and time.
Right.
To his will. He can bend space and time to his will. He can manipulate it how he wants to.
Yeah.
That boy is off the chain. Yeah, I did a long form video on him. I liked his character a whole lot, a whole lot. But if
Shoot,
you say
they gave Luke Cage a hell of a power up recently.
oh,
They gave him the power of Sentry. They gave him Sentry, like the Void, a symbiote. What else? The Phoenix
Hulk.
Force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luke Cage,
He's
timeless. That's what it's
they
called.
made him too OP.
Like super OP. And guess what? There's still characters out there that can defeat him. Because the first showing is him fighting a dude that's OP as hell.
Yeah.
Who was the guy from the Luke Cage series? The other black guy. He was also in Boardwalk Empire. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. The other black guy that came in from the prison. And I've been trying to find him. I can't remember his name. They were just as a series unfortunately came to an end on was it Netflix?
He got the light eyes. Does he have light eyes?
No, he didn't have the light eyes. He was kind of like the big guy. But
he was kind of like similar power set though.
Right.
But he was doing it like through voodoo though.
I think so.
Talking about Bushmaster?
Yes.
Is that what they call him? Was it
Bushmaster?
Called okay. Okay, because I was trying to find him. But
I ain't made one on him yet, but I think I'm gonna do that today. Bushmaster.
Because I was like, I was hoping they would continue the series so we could see
more of
what would happen between the two of them.
Yeah, that is something I wanted to see too. I liked him as Bushmaster. I thought he played that real good.
And that's the thing with these, and again, we talked about it last week a little bit. We hit on it. Like, we have all these powerful people. You have Tyler Perry, you have Oprah Winfrey. You have these people who have these networks. Why don't we see? Why are we still so underrated in 2025? We shouldn't be talking about anybody being underrated. Everybody should start being discoverable. We have Lovecraft Country.
Yes.
We were talking about that. I don't even know why that show is not picked back up. And it's on BET,
because of what they showed, because
but
of how really hit. Just like the show I was talking about, American Gods. When Orlando, what's his name? Orlando Jones, when he played Ananasi, and they got scared.
He made that,
like,
but you know what?
Like the way he's giving those speeches and delivering it, we can't have black people hearing this or seeing this.
And my thing is, and that's because we were talking about why I don't follow the Black Panther movie series, because white people will spend the money. The white production companies will spend the money.
You got to say why. You got to say YT.
No, they want to censor me. Censor me. They want to do whatever.
You censor the channel.
No. I can step back. But I'm just saying.
Say YT.
I'll say they want to create this Black utopia on film, but won't let us live in a Black utopia right here on Earth. And that's what we hit on that for like 40 seconds last week. I'm not gonna hit on it again. But that's why I don't follow the Black Panther series, because it's like, Wakanda forever. Well, why can't it be right here in Petersburg forever?
And why does it gotta be a fictional place?
Right. Why?
Considering how many characters actually come from real today places.
Exactly.
I got that Luke Cage timeless, man. Maybe it's upstairs. Listen, that was a good read. That was a good read. I was gonna do a review on it. I've been slacking in my pimping. I'm definitely gonna do a review on that, because they I don't see how it's. I mean, it's staged in the alternate universe. It's got to be staged in the alternate universe. But yeah, That is fire. That is
Yeah.
fire. Let me see. Who would I nominate? Who would I nominate? Eve Backyarn and her daughter. What's Eve Backyard's daughter name? I can't remember it right now. Anyways, they was all the Nova Corps. They was with the Nova Corps. Eve Backyarn and her daughter. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. And her daughter actually defeated Thanos by creating a Death Stone in the comic books. And then guess what? We didn't hear anything else about them.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I might have heard about that because I just recently heard about a story where a Death Stone was created. You said what's her name? Eve what?
Eve Backyarn's daughter, and her name is Anwen. Anwen Backyarn. That's the daughter. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me see it. Hold on, let me hold on. Anwen, because I'm probably the only one. Anwen Backyarn that might have did a video.
So you said and Thanos?
Yeah, hold on, I am. Hold on. Did anybody else do? Oh yeah. So it's when Thanos is fooled by a kid with a reality stone. Hold on, let's see. Let's pull this up just real fast so we can. I won't let it run all the way through. I just want to show people who came in, you know, what we try to do on this channel. We recognize.
And you're really going back and recognize.
Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's My Comics. Oh, hold on. Can y'all hear it?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Well, this is what I want to say because Nisi, I was telling Nisi that, you know, Real Revelation was a lyrical legend because she asked me about your, was you a poet? You know, so you're a lyrical legend, you know what I'm saying? And so all the intros after a certain year is him. So that one's short, but most he got a channel with his stuff on it. I'm your host, so check him out.
Estimated and underrated superhero
known as Anwen Backyarn. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe bell. I feel like my editing skills is on point back there. Notifications from my channel. I need to go back to that. Boy, look at all that right there. And keeps this thing going. Just asking for a subscribe and a like.
Where I heard it from.
Comment somewhere.
That's where I heard about.
Anyway, back to our program.
So this is Anwen Backyarn. This character hails from Marvel Comics. Her first issue was Infinity Gauntlet Volume 2. The backdrop of her story is set in the aftermath of the Annihilation Wave, where the remnants of New Xandar have been transformed into a desolate wasteland. And when her family, the Backyarn clan, and I'm gonna leave it right there. And we have a lot of black leads that's written into the comic books, but a lot of times our people don't even get them or be able to check them out because it's not promoted. It doesn't get to them. So it can be a big story, but this whole storyline was a great read because the daughter, well, first the mom went and it was about the Infinity Stones, and then the mom got caught up, and so Anwen, Thanos was coming to take out the rest of her family, and so Anwen had to figure out a way to beat Thanos, and so Anwen had got the Reality Stone, and so from the Reality Stone she created a Death Stone. And that's how she beat Thanos, because he thought it was the Reality Stone, and come to find out it was the Death Stone. He tried to use it, and then he died. So yeah, there we go. You got one you want? You got a character, Nisi, that you would like to highlight? Don't say Wonder Woman. She's not black.
Do what now?
Don't say Wonder Woman. She's not black. I just had to get that in.
We don't know. We weren't there. She was tan.
Nubia.
Anyway, I was looking at and you probably know who it is because you know you're who you are. But Batwing, the first black Batman. Have you heard of him? I'm sure you have.
Of course.
Okay, so for me, I did not know this person existed. So Batwing was
The Batman plan.
huh?
No, my bad.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. So I didn't know Batwing. He was the first. He was a Congolese. He was a Congolese policeman. At first, and he was the first black, what they call Batman, who became part of the Bat family in Gotham City. So that was surprising, very surprising to me, to see that they actually represented Batman, as a black man. He actually got some representation. So I was surprised. I was really surprised.
There's been a recent series featuring him, hasn't there?
Yeah, that was
Where,
in the Batgirl series. You talking
No,
about
I mean,
live TV or comic book?
comic book.
Oh yeah. I ain't read the comic book. I
Yeah,
don't follow that
it's
like
where essentially like Batman was indisposed essentially or something, and he was running like the Bat family.
He was
and
running the point.
everything.
Yeah, he was running the point.
Yeah.
And it was really surprising that they would actually do that.
Yeah.
And actually, an actual brother from Africa.
Yeah. Cause I only heard about a little bit of the beginning of it, like how he found him in Africa, or that's what made Batman want to work with him, because of how he was defeating crime in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into that some more.
I was surprised to discover. Like I said, it's quite a few. I saw like Spawn, but I know we kind of know who Spawn is. I saw Spawn. I do like Spawn though. He's one of my favorite, I guess, underwritten characters. Unknown characters. I like Spawn, mainly from the movie, but I still think he was a good character. Nonetheless, but when I saw the Batwing character, I was like, oh, and I don't know why there isn't more representation as far as with Batman. Why we haven't seen more of it out there? I mean, what they call him, the Black Knight. I didn't call somebody white the Black Knight. Okay, but I gotta say YT. I'm sorry, YT. How are they the Black Knight? It just doesn't make sense to me.
But with Spawn, you gotta watch the show, the animated series. With Spawn, you gotta watch the animated series.
I think I saw a little bit of that, but it's been a while. It's been a while back.
It's
been a while back, yeah. Because I do, like I said, I do like Spawn. I think that movie was on point.
I know.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I was just letting this run. I actually did a video with the top 4 black Batmans you need to know.
Okay. I need to see that. Okay, I didn't see that on there.
Right.
Next is number 3, David Zabimbi, the first Batwing who battled crime in Africa.
I was surprise you with anybody today because I know you have that that knowledge of all things superheroes. You do.
Thank you for that. But the only reason why I have that knowledge is, like I said, this channel, Real Revelation, and then my man John, who passed away. That was my focus, to kind of get information out. And like I said, it took me 7 years to get to the point of knowing all about to come up with the idea of saying black Batmans you should know, because I didn't even know it's that many black people who took up the mantle of people of color. Somebody correct me on that. People of color, POCs, who took up the mantle of Batman. And so I just thought that was nice. And then even when I put it up on TikTok, somebody came back and said, hey, you forgot, you do know it's one in Marvel. And he's the actual change into a bat. And his name is Wayne Williams in Marvel. Actual Marvel Batman. I'm like, oh snaps! But but this is the thing. I seen him in the past when I was reading Spider-Man comic books and never thought about it. Man, is it Man Bat?
The Marvel, there's a Marvel
it is
Batman Night Thrasher.
Night Thrasher is supposed to be the equivalent,
His
but yeah.
family was killed through gang violence. He inherited a bunch of money. You know, what team was he with? He wasn't with the New Warriors, was he?
I think New Warriors, but I feel like maybe Thunderbolts too.
He
Hold
might
on.
have, but yeah, just the way they mapped his background is like, come on now, that's just like Batman. You know. But yeah, apparently they were supposed to get a show.
Yeah, and again, it got pushed back. You right, New Warriors. He's with New Warriors. Oh, so hold on, I gotta bring him up. Thank you. Evan Holiday called Rage. And so what I like about him is he was being chased by bullies in the hood, and then he fell into this chemical vat or whatever. And so he was 11 years old, 13 years old. He fell into a chemical vat. And when he came out, instead of being 11 years old, he was 31 years old with super strength, invulnerability, and all this kind of stuff. And his powers is he gets stronger with acts of violence. The more acts of violence that he do, he gets stronger. And so he was trying to he fought with the Avengers for a while in the 1980s or whatever, did a video on him with the Avengers in the 1980s for a while. So it was Thor, Captain America, blah, blah, blah. And of course, he confronted Captain America on racism and being treated a certain way because of the way he looks. That was written into the comic books. Then again, he started slowly dwindling away. But again, Rage, Evan Holiday, this dude is off the chart. I did a video on him, but I'll come back to that one. I wanted to go back to this right here just so y'all don't forget. Can somebody say this word for me right here? Aboriginal, underrated Aboriginal superheroes.
You said
I did that.
Aboriginal.
Yeah, I did that a couple of months because it wasn't that many that was out there, but it's a couple that's out there, and I was amazed at the ones that was out there. But Bishop and his sister Shard and Gateway is definitely the prime ones. Manifold was another one, and then some other ones, like 4 others that people didn't hear about, like this dude right here, the Shaman, and he should be featured in what's the Secret Wars, because in the comic books he was a key part of Secret Wars Talisman. He was a key part of it, and he was powerful. The way they wrote him, the other superheroes was recognizing him as being powerful. But again, you don't see him that much in the comic books, and then
they're not going to give us our just due. You know, they're not going to just due.
Right, and then again, I just want to bring back up Real Revelations, Manifold. That's how I learned that he was Aboriginal, and then he was related to Gateway in so many words. Like I don't want to say he, but he's from that lineage. And then is that Bishop? Yeah, Bishop. And then what was he talking last week when they was YT watching the characters like they did with Storm?
Oh yeah. Yes.
When
how
they had her looking
light skin, yeah.
Yeah. That's what they was trying to do with Bishop for a little while. In the comic books. Yeah, in the comic books. And I don't know. I mean, Real Revelation at the time that you was reading the comic books, did you catch it? Or was you just reading the storylines? It's like, oh, this art is cool.
I noticed it. But
okay.
But most of the time I kept wondering, like, a lot of times it was like he just comes across like FBA, you know?
Right.
So I kept wondering, like, so is he FBA or is he supposed to be an Aboriginal? Because the way you hear him in the shows, you know, or the movies, it's like, okay, is he? Like, because when I first looked at him, I thought he just had a Jerry curl, you know. So
right.
But then when I found out that he was Aboriginal, that's when I was like, oh, okay, that's why his hair would be like that then, you know.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
so but yeah, I just look at them like they black to me, so it's part of the diaspora.
Right. And so I have brought back a couple others that people I feel like they forget about sometimes, like definitely Black Lightning, both his daughters. We under
I had that. Yeah.
we underestimate how powerful Lightning is. Jennifer Pierce. She's powerful as hell. Like she don't need to
Yeah,
draw electricity. She creates it.
Yeah.
She's invulnerable. She can fly. I mean, she could fly near speeds of light. She is the equivalent of Monica Rambeau. But her powers are more electrical based. And I mean, this argument kind of came up when something I put out. Something I put out, and my man was like, "Well, why 75% of black superheroes have electrical based powers?" And I challenged them. I said, "Well, if that's the case, right, for every one that you name, I'm gonna give you 5. Every one that you name with electrical based powers, I'm gonna give you 5 that don't." Right.
yeah,
So we kind of went back at it, and then he came back on TikTok and said, "Hey, you know what? You correct, because right here." And went back on Marilyn Moon Knight, which Marilyn Moon Knight is new in the Superman series. She protects Metropolis from evil back in the day, and then she had to resurge when Parasite had taken over Metropolis and Superman couldn't beat him. It was like a 1,000 parasites, and Superman couldn't beat him. So Marilyn Moon Knight showed up and she recharged Superman with moonlight and told him moonlight is just sunlight reflected off the sun.
yeah,
So I can recharge. You remember that, right? And so
yeah,
that was another one. And then we had Bloodwind. Bloodwind. People forget about Bloodwind. Bloodwind. Now that I think about him, he's Spawn, but he's truly the Black Superman of hell. So when Doomsday first came out, Bloodwind was one of the ones that was holding his own against Doomsday until Superman came. But of course, you know, Superman is the GOAT. He's the golden boy, so they had to let Bloodwind get beat. But Bloodwind, super strength, invulnerability. He's like Martian Manhunter and Superman in one, but his powers come from the souls of Black people in Africa. He get all his powers from there, and so they haven't brought him back, but he's there every once in a while. I thought we would see him in Young Justice, but we didn't. We got Icon in Young Justice, but we got a weaker version of Icon in Young Justice. And if y'all noticed, like we just keep talking about these POCs, we keep bringing them up. Night Mask, Triathlon, Danielle Cage, Monica St. Croix? No, Monet St. Croix. St. Croix?
Yeah.
St. Croix? Yeah. And then Tempo, Powerhouse, Frenzy, and then Brother Voodoo, Isaiah Bradley. I was killing them, dog. I was killing them.
yeah.
The M Twins, Oya, I was breaking them down. And then that made me do one on Empress, because I totally forgot about Empress with DC Comics. So she's a sister girl. And I was like, oh, yeah, you just don't know. So he was like, yeah, when I was growing up in the 1980s, you know, we didn't see a whole lot of that. And I was like, well, you sound like my girl Niecy. I was like, yeah. But he came back. He was like, all right, you got me. Because I ain't gonna let them come out here and say most of the characters got electric-based powers. If I would say that the top power that most Black superheroes got, for people of color, or any superhero, I would say some type of strength.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but electric based, I mean, that's just what was hot in the streets when we was growing up. Electricity. But Storm is not just electricity. She's a force of Mother Nature. She can use everything, but since
Weather manipulation.
Right.
She can create an atmosphere. She created an atmosphere
But
with the help of Magneto.
But notice how they even in our greatness, they dumb down our powers. So maybe I shouldn't say dumb. They diminish our capabilities.
Or they make us so powerful that they can't even include them in stories like Blue Marvel.
No, you have to. You have to. I believe it should be equal opportunity across the board. And I don't understand why it's not. There are enough of us out there, but we just won't do what we need to do.
Right, exactly. And then I wanted to bring up Thunderbolt from Marvel Comics. I was following Wolverine, and back in Wolverine's days, 1955 or whatever, he came across a black speedster. No. Is that one? No. I'm thinking about the Bomb, Anthony the Bomb. No. So Thunderbolt is with Luke Cage, and so he's a black speedster. The problem is, wait for it, DC. Wait for it. Every time he uses his powers, he gets older. It ages him faster. So he was a very short run, but he was in the Luke Cage series with Power Fist, and I was like, okay, I read the comic book back in the days, like early 2000, and it never clicked in my head. Like superhero, but they ran him off his powers just like that. So we ain't seen him no more. He's an old man.
Why not? Go ahead. Let us have him for a glimpse. And that's
right.
You give us the hope, and then you pull it back.
Oh, and then to go back, what I was testing with my man is I was kind of not giving the most famous black superheroes. I was waiting until he maybe give me like the number 17 of black superheroes with electrical based powers, but he couldn't even find no more. You know what I'm saying? He went to old cartoons and pulled up some people, and I'm like, bruh, okay, I give you that. He gave me a Black Lightning knockoff, and that's why I went ahead and I made the video for him. I was like, okay, dog, Black Lightning knockoff. What was my man's name? Juice, right here, Juice. Yeah, it was a Black Lightning knockoff. There was clones of the Justice League or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Wow. And so then I was like, yeah, I'll make that video for you. Not a problem, because I wanted to see what his powers was or whatever. And then before we get off, go ahead.
Are you gonna make a Tobias?
Yeah, I did that a while ago.
Yeah, okay. I haven't said okay.
I did Tobias.
I can't keep up.
I did Tobias as he reminds me of one of my uncles growing up. You know what I'm saying? And to me, when they were saying he was racial and he hated black people, I never really felt that way about my uncle. I think he was just elevating us, like, you know what y'all acting like. But he was evil, but not my uncle. But I'm saying Tobias and what he did, he was the bad guy, but he was one of the best bad guys. Like, I could relate to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did one on him a while ago.
Okay, I gotta go through your hundreds of videos, because I didn't see. I was like, because we talked about Tobias well last week, so I was like, yeah, I know he's not a superhero. He's like what do we say, anti-hero? Is that right? He's an
nah, he's a villain.
He a villain. He a villain.
We can't make him.
He's straight villain. He's straight.
Okay, yeah, all right. Keep him on the villain list. We'll keep him on the villain list.
Hey, but my wife she be clowning me because she was like, "You get hype over the craziest things," and because Tobias Wells is played by Crondon. I can't say his name. I messed up his name again. But the character who plays Crondon, he used to be a rapper, and so he had this song out when I was in California, pimpin', and I thought that his style was so hard. It's like, this dude gonna blow up the way or whatever. So when I seen him playing Black Lightning, playing in the series of Black Lightning, I was just so happy. I was ecstatic. I was running around the house like a little kid. Yeah, we finally got somebody else. And so
I was impressed with his with how he played the role too.
Definitely.
He did. Like
He
if I
played
saw
the
him,
hell out that role.
yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He really did. He embodied that. That was made for him. And that's why I hate to see, like, when they put these shows on and you start to see these characters and then they take them away. It's like, dang, come on. What is that? But, 20 seasons of Dawson Creek will be on for whatever reason, but we can't get past 3 seasons of Black Lightning.
Hey
Yeah.
Nick, you right. They could have used Black Lightning during those times. And again, we said it last week. If you was watching the CW network, you had Flash. What's them dudes? The Legends. You had
The
Arrow,
Arrow.
and they was intertwined together. But then when they brought out Black Lightning, his universe was separate. They had Supergirl and Flash and Arrow, all them. It was in the same universe.
Yeah.
But then Black Lightning, I'm like, when we gonna see somebody come from this? Nah.
And even
Oh.
when you consider his actual Black Lightning, he probably be able to defeat all of them.
Yeah.
Real quick. Even
Yeah.
Flash.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But and then what was the last season of Young Justice? They was writing Black Lightning in to be the leader of the Young Justice crew, and then boom, it went off because they was putting them up. They was putting them up there. I didn't like the way they was displaying or portraying Cyborg, but when they brought Cyborg into Young Justice, he was kind of straight. But I like what they was doing with Black Lightning, and in fact. Was it Young Justice that did the scene where Young Justice was on, not Young Justice, but Black Lightning was on top of what's the lightning chick? I can't remember her name. And she was like, I control lightning, I'm made of lightning. He was like, yeah, but you ever felt black lightning? And then he hit in the back of the head. Black lightning. I was like, and when they did it, I don't think they knew that part would become a meme on the internet.
Yeah. Because I've also put it into that Genuine song.
Yeah. You never felt black like that.
Yeah. That had me
Oh
dying.
God. And then before we get off,
there is
go ahead.
one person in DC, but if they do Teen Titans, if they have Power Girl. Tanya Spears.
Did one on her too.
But and have her and Bumblebee, one that grows big, like huge to a giant, one that can grow real small. They can make that work.
They can make a lot of these things work. They just don't.
Right here, got her.
Hold on to your capes, comic fans. Let's talk about Tanya Spears, the genius.
Man, I was like, somebody had said on TikTok, she's not my Supergirl. I started laughing like, y'all some real haters.
I think it's so funny, these fictionalized characters, and people are upset at the color of their skin. Like, wasn't it a big thing? I know he's not a comic book character, but James Bond. Tobias, well, that's my guy. James Bond. Who cares what color he is? I mean, I'm like, it's ridiculous. Captain America, all of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm a say this about James Bond. Y'all gonna hate me, but I'm just going ahead and say it. They can keep James Bond.
I mean, yeah, they can keep. I'm just.
And the reason why I say they go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they make a big deal about the color of these fake characters.
Well,
and it's just ridiculous.
Okay, when we talk about real world stuff, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. I'm just throwing out my thoughts. When we talk about real world stuff, I think that James Bond truly should be left alone. But if we're talking about nonfiction, then yeah, change the color of the skin. But we're talking about real world, and that's what we portraying it on. James Bond kind of need to be white because with all the stuff that's going on in the world, James Bond need to blend in. He can't blend in as a brother. We don't blend in like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't be in certain circles and environments. So yeah, I get that. That's why I was like, I'm not tripping on James Bond. But the Little Mermaid up under the sea, nah. She be multicolored. I don't care about that. But yeah. That's why I never cared about James Bond or what's my man Ethan Thomas and Mission Impossible, that kind of stuff. Because okay, yeah, you gotta blend in. Just some places, because of the way the world is, we can't get in. You know, and it's like they'll be like, he must be a secret agent, he must be MI6. I don't care about that. Because we would have to come in as royalty. We would have to be known for them not to know, for them to have to know us. Anyways, I thought about that for a while because the movie Terminator, and the premise of the Terminator was when they created the Terminator to go back and destroy humanity, the Terminator is supposed to be able to blend in to the environment. But here it is, you got this big buff 6'2" white tee guy, muscles everywhere. He can't blend into nowhere. He ain't an average human in the 1990s. We don't walk around looking like that.
I'll be that. Yeah, talking like that. Yeah. Take me to your leader.
But again, that's nobody questioned Skynet's decision. Like, hey, Skynet, did you not know that he wouldn't blend in? Like, what are you doing? But again, I mean, it made the movie. But he was supposed to be able to blend in, and I mean, he couldn't. He was, but okay. I digress. I'll leave it at that. Y'all got any more characters that y'all want to mention before we get off? We got 5 minutes because I'm doing brunch with the family at 1 o'clock.
Oh, look at you.
Well,
are you cooking?
No. We're going to our favorite spot. Well, we kind of made it into the favorite spot. And that's where we're going. Shut up. No, that's where we're going, dog. That's where we're going. They made it to the favorite spot. But wifey, like a couple of days ago, she was like, I don't know if the food's all that there. You know what I'm saying? Is it because of the experience when you go there? You know, it's because it make you feel good. The drinks ain't been that good like it was. I was like, so I'm not like, I could say what's our favorite spot. Because now it's not our favorite. It may not be our favorite spot, but it's where her and her brother. So her brother has a family. We have a family. So it's called Sister Brother Brunch, and they do it like once a month at this spot. And so that's what we're going to at 1 o'clock.
Nice. Do your thing. Enjoy. No, you touched on my list. A few people, because I knew you would have the ultimate list.
Oh, so we got 100 more. I mean, we're gonna be coming.
So I was just looking at Black Lightning Spawn, Batwing, because like I said, I had not heard of there being a black Batman, even though he's called the Black Knight, but he's underneath that he's white. A YC. I'm sorry, YC.
Pay attention to the screen there, Niecy. What that look like to you?
I see Tobias.
No. My screen, my bad.
Oh, your screen. Hold on. Who is that?
I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you later. I'm gonna make a video about it. But Green Lantern's DC series, they got a black. In the All In universe, they got a black Green Lantern. They kind of rewrote her storyline. Yeah, they rewrote her storyline to make her a little more interesting.
Yeah, they do. Oh shoot, hold on. Hold on. I had on my other phone. Wait a minute. I think it was on this one.
And before we move on to Charles Hazleton, Real Revelation. I got an admin note. Poetry will be at 7 on Sunday if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Peace. Thank you. All right, Charles Hazleton III. It's on you.
I don't know what to say, but
yes, you do know what to say.
Make sure y'all come back. Same time.
Same bat place.
All right, and this will conclude the broadcast.
NYE